Known for their characteristic white fluffy coat, Samoyeds have gained a reputation as the land clouds of the dog world. Their majestic all-white coat, black nose, and upturned black mouth are sure to have left an impression if you've ever seen one of these guys. However, a beautiful appearance isn't all there is to this powerful and tireless breed of dog that was bred to work in some of the coldest places in the world. The good looks come with extensive grooming requirements, exercise, and training needs, making Samis one of the most difficult breeds to maintain. Intrigued yet? Well, let us tell you more about these fluff balls as we count down our picks for top 10 interesting facts about the Samoyed. But before we get started, we'd like to take a moment to express our thanks to all the Samoyed owners on this video. The video would never have been possible without them. So don't forget to check out these adorable dogs from their Instagram profiles that have been linked in the description below. And now, let's begin the list. Number 1. Their history. While not much is known about their exact origin, Samoyeds have been identified as one of the few ancient dog breeds in the world. They belong to the Spitz dog group, more specifically the Laikas, which were dogs bred in Eurasia for the purpose of sledding, herding, hunting, and guarding. The breed descends from the Nenets herding Laika, a reindeer herding Spitz commonly used throughout northern Siberia, especially by the Nenets people. As the Nenets were referred to as Samoyeds at the time, their dogs came to be known as Samoyed dogs, and the name is stuck ever since. Back in those days, the dogs helped the Samoyed people with hunting reindeer and sledding heavy loads, while at night they'd huddle up with their humans to keep them warm. Over time, Samoyed culture shifted from hunting reindeer to herding them, and their dogs found new jobs as stock dogs, moving and protecting livestock. Samoyeds finally journeyed out of Siberia at the end of 19th century and the early part of 20th century to pull sleds on polar expeditions, including Sir Ernest Shackleton's famous journey to the Antarctic. In America, a sparkling white dog named Mouston of Argenteau made history in 1906 as the first of the breed to be registered by the AKC. Number 2. Their appearance. While the American and British standards for the size of Samoyed vary a little, in general, male Samoyeds measure 20 to 23 inches at the shoulder and weigh around 45 to 60 pounds. Female Samis are a bit smaller in comparison, reaching heights of about 18 to 21 inches and weighing in 35 to 50 pounds. They're squarely built, sturdy dogs with almond-shaped eyes that are usually black or brown. While other eye colors like blue can be found, they're not allowed in the show ring and are quite rare as a result. The dense double-layer coat of the Samoyed is, of course, their most distinguishing feature. It can be pure white, white and biscuit, cream, or biscuit in color as recognized by the AKC. Another key feature is their tail that curls over and touches the back when they're alert. However, almost all Samoyeds will allow their tails to fall when they're relaxed and at ease, so make sure to keep an eye out the next time you're with your Sami to see if they're truly comfortable. In cold weather, Samoyeds may even sleep with their tails over their noses for additional warmth, making these adorable fluff balls all the more endearing. Number 3. Their temperament. In the treacherous terrains of Siberian tundra, a means to hunt food and transport heavy loads was indispensable. As a result, the Samoyed people treated their dogs with the utmost love and care. This, coupled with the human-canine cooperation for mutual survival, forged a tight bond between Samoyeds and their humans. Modern-day Samis have inherited this disposition from their ancestors, making them gentle and loyal dogs that are friendly and affectionate with family, including children. As pack dogs, they enjoy a close association with their companions and are mentally and physically unsuited for being left alone in a kennel or backyard. Their history as working dogs also means that they love having a job to do, whether that's bringing in the paper every morning or participating in sports such as agility, herding, or weight pulling. Samis are also alert by nature and make excellent watchdogs, even though they make terrible guard dogs, because these guys are much more likely to welcome a burglar into your home rather than scaring them off. Well, overall, they're excellent for large families where they can receive lots of love and cuddles all the time. Number 4. Their smile has a purpose. Aside from their pure white aesthetic, another thing that the Samoyed is famous for is their upturned lips. Yes, these pups look like they're smiling all the time. Their black gums stark against their white fur, turned up in a happy little grin 24/7. Dubbed as the Sami smile, these dogs have lips that naturally curl upwards, giving them the look of some of the happiest canines around. And while seeing your Sami smile at you may make your heart melt, it does serve a practical purpose. The upturned corners of the mouth keep Samis from drooling. While that might sound convenient to you because you don't have to clean up, in the sub-zero temperatures of Siberia, drool hanging off of a dog's mouth would freeze and turn into icicles. This is why Samoyeds have evolved to have upturned lips, which only adds to their adorable appeal. Number 5. Their trainability. So far, everything we've said about Samis has been pleasant and positive. However, when it comes to training, things might turn south sometimes. Training is obviously a must for a well-behaved dog, but Samoyed owners do need to put in a little extra effort. As independent thinkers, these smart pups can be quite stubborn at times, making them hard to train. They're also adapted to the pack lifestyle, so they're used to having someone lead them. In the absence of said leader, they might try to take things into their own hands. As a result, a Sami owner needs to fill in that role. You need to be firm and consistent with training, yet not so harsh as to hurt your dog. Remember, positive reinforcement goes a long way, and it is the best option to keep your dog engaged. Your Sami may also have some undesirable traits such as excessive barking, digging, and chasing things. Only with proper training can you control these traits to a certain extent. All of this makes Samoyeds ill-suited for inexperienced dog owners. So if you're not used to training dogs yet, you might want to check out our other videos to see which breed fits you best. Do come back and leave a comment below to let us know. Number 6. Their grooming needs. While Samoyeds do have their lineage to thank for their majestic white coats, behind that lovely appearance is also hours of effort put in by their owners to maintain that beautiful look. These dogs come with a profuse double coat, with a longer outer coat of harsh hair and a soft, thick, woolly undercoat. While this double coat is what gives your Sami the fluffy cloud-like look that you love so much, it is also the reason why grooming these dogs is such a difficult task. Double-coated dogs shed heavier as the seasons change, along with lighter shedding throughout the year. You may get away with brushing the coat only once or twice a week when it's not shedding season. But daily brushing is an absolute must during spring and fall, which is when these dogs blow out their coat. Many owners opt to hire a professional groomer for their Samoyed, as it takes some burden off of them despite being costly. Bathe your Sami once or every 2 months, or when they get dirty or smelly. And note that bathing a Samoyed is quite time-consuming as well. Thoroughly soaking the coat, rinsing out the shampoo, and letting it dry completely is no quick process. Brush their teeth at least 2 or 3 times a week for good oral health, although we do encourage daily brushing. Trim their nails once or twice a month, and your Sami is good to go. Number 7. They can adapt to warmer climates. With their thick fur, love for the cold, and a history of living in harsh and cold winter conditions, it is obvious that a Samoyed feels most at home in colder regions. However, that is not to say that they cannot live in hot weather and temperatures, although your Sami will most definitely not love it. Much like how their coat protects them from the cold, it also protects them from heat, keeping them cooler in hot weather than many other short-haired dogs. The bright white coat also reflects the light away from their bodies, keeping them cool and comfortable. Your Sami can overheat though, so keep your eyes out for signs like panting, pacing, and discomfort in general. If you do live in a hot climate area and wish to keep a Samoyed, make sure to never shave your pup. Ensure they always have access to water and give them a cool, shady area to lay in during the day. Number 8. Their exercise needs. As working dogs, Samoyeds need room to romp and play, so a home with a large, secured fenced yard is ideal. A bored Sami is likely to dig, scape, and even chew your furniture or shoes to entertain themselves. If you don't want your land cloud to turn into a thunderstorm that sweeps through your home, make sure to tire them out with ongoing training, exercise, and dog sports. We recommend you give your Samoyed at least 2 hours of exercise every day, including long walks that they're sure to enjoy. If your area experiences snow, it would be a great idea to let your Sami run around and play once every while. And if you live in a hot climate area, limit high-level activity to early morning or evening when it's cooler. Samoyeds are prone to overheating, so do not let your pup exercise strenuously in the heat. And also remember that these dogs are notorious for running away, sometimes for miles on end, so make sure to keep your Sami on a leash whenever outside. Number 9. Their diet and nutrition. There are likely as many opinions on how to feed Samoyeds as there are breeders, owners, and pet food manufacturers. A good rule of thumb is to find out why the breeder recommends what they recommend, and if it makes sense, continue with the breeder's program. Note that Samoyed puppies aren't hearty eaters. They need to be encouraged to eat meat juices or bacon grease mixed in the food, as growing pups need their nutrition. Once older, we recommend a daily ration of 1.5 to 2.5 cups of high-quality dry food divided into 2 meals for your Sami. Remember that your pup's diet depends on a number of different factors like size, age, build, activity levels, and metabolism. Each dog is an individual, and what works for one may not work for another. You'll have to figure out what works best for you and your Sami by yourself, and do not hesitate to ask your breeder and vet for advice. Number 10. Their health. While Samoyeds are healthy in general, unfortunately, there is no such thing as completely immune dog. Some common conditions to look out for in your Sami include hip dysplasia, diabetes, and cancer. Eye problems and heart issues are also fairly common. One genetic disease that affects Samoyeds in particular, though, is Samoyed hereditary glomerulopathy, which is a kidney disease. The condition is more severe in males who appear healthy for the first 3 months of life until symptoms start appearing. Sadly, there's neither a cure nor a screening test available for the condition yet, but the research is ongoing. All you can do to make sure that your Sami lives a long and healthy life is to ensure that they were bred with ethical breeding practices, check all the necessary health clearances, and take them to the vet regularly. With proper care and lots of love, the breed generally lives for about 12 to 13 years. Alright guys, that marks the end of our list of top 10 interesting facts about the Samoyed. Thank you so much for watching the video. While most people fall in love with Samis due to their appealing looks, not everyone can handle having to take care of one of these fluff balls. Do you think you'd make a good Sami owner? Leave a comment below to let us know. To learn more interesting facts about different dog breeds, don't forget to check out more of our videos. Subscribe for all things related to dogs and hit that notification bell to never miss a future upload. Catch you guys again in the next video.